Hey guys, it's Daniel Peters here. I'm doing a little video log of my rebuild on my 1982 Virago 920. I'm doing some valve seals and hopefully doing a little customizing, if not this time then very soon. So yeah, I always forget to do this before I start, so I'm kind of a little bit halfway through. I'll show you what I've done so far. Here's my bike. As you can see, I took the tank and the seat off, and I'm removing my saddlebags, which I built out of some 50 cal ammo boxes I got from Princess Auto, and a little bit of scrap aluminum and stuff. I really like the bags, but I think they might be leaving me for a little while. So from a little bit of reading I've done, I found out that I have to take my engine out to change the rear valve seals. As you can see, they're up underneath this cover in here, and then here too, which I don't think is going to be too bad of a job, but I mean, nothing is a huge job on a motorcycle, so I'll be taking that off. What I'd like to do in the future here is actually remove the subframe and the rear fender. It just attaches here and down here, and then I'd like to get rid of these cast pieces and just replace with some very minimal amounts of steel, and then build a stubby subframe with a single seat on it to build a little bit of a bobber out of it and some little customizing things like that. Other than that, it's relatively stock. I need to build some exhaust. I've been running with straight pipes for the last 2 years, which is, I like it, but it's asking for trouble, so. Also, future plans are I want to move my battery to the other side, or get a smaller battery, or one of the two, and then make my exhaust so that it comes out the side, and a little bit more of a conventional style 1 3/4" pipe from both heads into a single outlet, and then probably a glass pack muffler of some sort. So that's where I'm at so far. I'll check back in when I'm a little bit further along. Again, here I'm working on my motorcycle. I'm a little further. Remove my rear subframe. It's got a mess of wires and relays and whatever else there. It was quite easy. It just these bolts up top, one on the other side, and then there was one on this cast aluminum piece, which I'm assuming held the passenger peg, which I never had from when I got this bike. I actually traded it on my other motorcycle, and yeah, it was a bit of a basket case, so kind of working with what I got here, or what I haven't got. Here's my little helper covered in ice cream.
Say hi. Let's see Dad.
Yeah, you say hi, bud.
Hi. Say hi.
Alright, this side you can see again my cast aluminum piece there. I've removed my battery. I'm hoping to move this battery tray to the other side. We'll see what happens. I'll improvise something. That's the fun part about this. So I have a diagram off of my forum that I like to work on, the Virago Tech forum. I have a diagram that helps me, or tells me how to remove a lot of these relays, and then get rid of all my, I guess, my warning indicators. I just have to drive on faith, I guess. Probably be removing my SciComm, which I'm actually going to kind of miss because it's unique. I like that part of this bike, but we'll see. I might find a way to keep it. I'd like to at least move it, but I don't know where to put it. It's kind of big, so I don't know. Little unique parts about this bike that I enjoy are like there's no real framework to it. The engine is a structural part, and then it just has this spar across the backbone here, and then The swing arm attaches right to the motor. Monoshock in the rear, and it's actually an air shock. You can pump it up, and for having a passenger on, the little dampening adjustment knob here, and your air filler. So let's see what I can do with those. It's also got air shocks in the front, which I think is kind of common for these 80s cruisers. Kind of neat. Square headlight. All that good stuff. So, yeah, I'll check in a little bit later.
Say bye.
Alright, so a little further in here, we got the rear shock removed. It was fairly easy, just a couple of bolts. The wiring harness is just moved to the side here. What I'm going to do here, instead of dropping the motor out the bottom, which actually looks kind of difficult to me, I'm just going to remove the upper frame and the forks, because the whole wiring harness and everything goes with it then, and that's all out of the way. And then I'll just be left with the rear swing arm and the engine sitting on a brick here. At least that's the plan. I think that's about it. I'll carry on. Alright, so moving along quite quickly here. I just took, I guess the only thing I did since I last video there was I took these two bolts out. Two on top of the head back here, and another two right here. And pretty much the whole bike came apart. I'm quite excited about that. I've only got about 2 hours into this project so far. This bike has been very easy to work on so far, so I'm quite happy. Here's my backbone and my forks. I took one of my valve covers off already. Here. Looks like it's going to be quite easy. The valve's right there. All I gotta do is take my compression tester and throw some air down the cylinder so the valves don't fall in, and then I can take my valve spring retainer and all that off, and so on and so forth. So get them all done. Hopefully that fixes my blue smoke issue. And yeah, I can set my valve lash at the same time. Should be good. Alright, here's day 2 of my valve seal replacement escapade. I've removed my carburetors. It was really easy, seeing as there's nothing around on top of the motor. I've got my new valve seal in there. Oh, I guess I should maybe mention how I managed to get the rocker shafts out. Oh, here. This is my tool. I was looking all over for a bolt with the right thread on there. I'm still not entirely sure what that thread is. I think it's 8mm by 1 1/4, but that's kind of a guess. But anyway, easiest place to find one is this little bolt out of a bicycle. Thread's right in there. It's nice and long. There you go. Yeah, I stuck a file over top of the bolt. Probably not the best thing for your file, but any piece of flat bar with a hole in it will work, and then you can smack the back side here with a hammer to dislodge your shaft there and pull it out. And then yeah, I had to take both shafts out to do my job here, so to get it off of the bolt afterwards, because it's a little tight on there, I just stuck a small screwdriver, just made sure it's really clean. Stuck a really small screwdriver in that hole in the side and used it to grip it and unthread it. So that's that. I got one of my valve seals in there already. You can see the nice blue in there. Here's my old valve seal. It was very loose on the shaft when I took it off, so I was glad to feel that. It means I haven't been wasting my time, hopefully. Here's my new ones. I bought some Viton, I think they call them, or Viton valve seals off eBay. It was really cheap. I think they were 15 bucks for a set, and then plus shipping and all that crap. But they slipped on there real nice. Like, the hole is visibly, without even measuring, the inside hole is smaller than the one on the old valve seal, so they should do their job, I would think. And yeah, I couldn't get the rockers out of there, so once I took both shafts out of one head, I just kind of pushed it up out of the way, and then I was able to take my valve spring out. To get my retainer off, I actually did it while the shaft was in there. It was easier, and I was able to use 2 screwdrivers in there and just pry downward to get the keepers out of there. And then I just used a little magnet to pull the keepers out, and then that freed everything else up. I think I already mentioned my rope down the spark plug trick for keeping my valves up and in the holes there. Yeah, I think I probably stuck 3 or 4 feet of rope in there, and then put it in 5th gear and just rotated my tire till it jammed them up there. I think that covers everything that I've done since my last video. Yeah, I guess I'll carry on, and I'll check in when something new is happening. Oh, I don't know if this is what you need to do or what, but I just coated my valve seal in some oil, clean engine oil, before I put it in there. It just seems like the right thing to do to me, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll check in later.